Hey guys, welcome to another tutorial, and this is going to be the last tutorial for 2023. And today we're going to be looking at a 2000 watt inverter generator. I've had this baby for 4 days, been loving it so far. Done a few tests on it, and this is what we're going to be talking about today. And yeah, so without further ado, let's get into it. So before I actually get into this tutorial, I'd like to say in advance Happy New Year's to everybody. As I said, this is the last tutorial for 2023. We're at the 30th of December, so we're only 2 days away from New Year's. So I like to say Happy New Year's to everybody, and also like to make the statement of these products and all that I've been reviewing are of my own accord. I don't get paid or sponsored by any of these manufacturers to do these videos. The reason why I'm inspired to do these videos is to inspire others to get off the grid, and just showing how I have personally done it. I would say don't get exactly what I want, because every off-grid setup is slightly different. This is showing you an idea of how you can do it. It's not the only way, but it's one way. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the last tutorial of this year, which was, as I said, a 2000 watt inverter generator by XTM. So what we have on the front here is we've got the earth, what do they call it? Well, I call it the earth strap, but it's not a strap, it's the earth stake. So we've got the earth stake here. So this is just in case there's a bit of a surge and it needs to earth. This is important. So this it needs to reset, so in case it pops out if you do get a surge. So earth is really important. That's just for protection, so you don't blow the thing up, especially if you're running at almost max capacity. This is 2000 watts max power, 1800 watts continuous. So if you are going to invest in a generator, always get a generator that's slightly bigger than the devices that you're powering. It's like my other generator is like 6.8 surge power, kilowatt surge power, and 6.3 continuous. Even though I don't run it at 6.3 continuous, I run it way lower than that because I don't got enough devices to actually run that much kilowatts. But same thing, my stuff are underpowered, which is good for the generator because it actually saves the longevity of it. You don't want to keep on thrashing a generator and making it go to its max capacity, only because later on it can wear and tear. Yeah, so I just thought I'd stipulate that. So on this particular generator, we don't got any 12 volt outputs. We only got two 240 volt 50 hertz outlets. So we just only got 2 plugs. The reason why I got this was for my washing machine, because my washing machine didn't work properly on the open generator, only because the RPMs, especially if there's no load on it, but bar the washing machine, since the RPMs were a little bit too high when it warmed up, it wouldn't drain, because it was hovering probably around about 61 or 62 hertz, so just slightly higher than even the 60 hertz of Americans, what part of America uses. With an inverter generator, this is 50 hertz, so it doesn't matter the rotation of the motor. It's got a inverter that goes from the alternator. I'm not too sure if it's a dynamo or an alternator in this case. I'm assuming it's a dynamo because it makes sense to put a DC to AC rather than AC to AC. But some actually use AC to AC. So yeah, we only got two 12 volt outlets, 240 volt outlets on here. Yeah, so over here we've got our oil light, overload light, and then you've got the working light. So if one light's on, that's good. But if you've got the 2 lights all going at the same time, whether that's oil, and just make sure your overload light's not working, is working as well, and it's not on. Over here we've got your eco throttle switch. So at the moment it's on, so that means eco throttle's on, but they recommend when you first start it to turn eco throttle off. So yeah, so on the side here, so we're just lying by it. So we've got our pull cord, we've got our on and off switch, we've got our choke over here. So on the side here we've got the choke, So at the moment it's on run because this has been running for a while, so I don't want to have the choke to start this now because it's actually quite warm. But sometimes if it's too cold, it's good to give it a choke. Some days you don't need to with these ones, but some days you do. As I said, I've been experimenting with this for 4 days. These don't come pre-thing with oil, so make sure if you are going to purchase any generator that you put oil in it. This particular one, you take the side panel off. I won't do it because I've already done all that. And then you'll see a compartment with a dipstick in it and where you tip the oil. So yeah. So without further ado, let's get into it. So for this demonstration, we're going to be powering a big fan. I just got to get up. So this is the big fan we're going to be powering. And yeah, so to start this up, since it's warm, I don't need to worry too much about the choke. Since I've ran it previously, we just need to turn it on, and if we just pull this to life, we should get life out of it. So try that again, guys, because it tipped to the side. Just a second. So this is started. So the eco throttle's on or off. That's why it's idling high, but if we turn our eco throttle on, it should bring our RPMs down. And if we look over here, we are powering a fan. So turn it off, and you'll hear the slight drag of the generator when I turn it on. So yeah, so we're powering a big fan because it's a nice day today. And yeah, so it's just pretty quiet actually, come to think about it. It's actually a little bit more quieter than a push mower. I know the sounds out of a microphone can be a little bit deceiving, so you can't really hear the true noise, but what my ear's picking up, and it's just a little bit quieter than a typical average lawnmower, like a push lawnmower. So yeah, this is inverted power. It's clean power, it's not dirty electricity like what that generator over there produces, but some devices don't mind it. As I said, my washing machine over there had problems with the bigger generator only because of the frequency. So what this RPM spinning at now, it spins about the same RPMs with no load on it, the same RPM as this is going right now. But since this one's inverted, so even it's spinning just under 60 Hz at this current time, I can hear it. It'll be inverting to 50 Hz. So no matter what I pull from this will be 50 Hz regardless. And my washing machine likes that, because what I notice is with the when it's used the thing, it'll either, if the RPMs on this one are too high, it won't drain, but if the RPMs are too low, the bucket will lock up. It won't unlock the bucket, or it won't charge the solenoid in the washing machine enough to unlock the bucket and release it. So now with this little Jenny, I don't have to do all that anymore. I can do my washing like normal, leave it running, and then it will just do it. So yeah, I just thought I would give a little bit of a rundown of this inverter generator and what it can do. They say to run this about 4 hours max and to give it a rest. Give this a rest after 4 hours, so I'm assuming this probably has about 8 to 10 hours running time. I haven't ran this fully out of gas, but I assume it's got about an 8 to 10 hour running time. And this is pretty good because this has only got a 4.2 litre gas tank in this one. So pretty much this is just a little bit bigger than a 5 litre can. So if you were to have a 5 litre petrol can, this will be a little bit bigger. And it's not as heavy as I thought it would be. The Honda 2200i was a little bit more heavier than this, but yeah, she's got a thing at the back on the bungee on it too, a bit of a a hose clamp with a little bit of a gauze, so that just helps with the muffler and the sound. Also probably gives the generator a little bit of a back pressure. Your spark plug and all that's out the top here, so I can open that because that just slides off, and that just gives you access to the spark plug and all that. If I wanted to get access to the oil and all that, I would have to unscrew the side panel here, but I won't be doing it today because when I first got this generator and brought it to my cousin's house, I did all the oils there and gave it a test run, and it ran all good, just like you just heard it. So yeah, I just thought I'd review this for my last tutorial of the year. Hopefully everyone has a good New Year's, and as I said, I'm going to be using this for the washing machine, probably for my entertainment as well, so my games, my home theatre system, and also I've got to get a couple of 240 volt chargers as well, because this hasn't got a DC output. So I've actually got to get a 240 volt charger that will plug into this, and this will charge my solar, because I plan to use this to charge my solar rather than this big one. This one's alright to be run during the daytime if you don't mind a little bit of loud noise, but just like on my last tutorial, this one is way louder than this one. This is, you know, my music can drown this out really easily, even though this generator could be sitting right by the door. So yeah, until next time everybody, have a good New Year's and have a good rest of your year, what's left of it, and until next time, choo choo.